Today we're going to be making tiramisu. Tiramisu in Italian means pick-me-up, which is a reference for the coffee that they dip the ladyfinger cookies in. But we're going to do something a little bit different today. Instead of ladyfingers, we're going to use Parle-G biscuits. And instead of coffee, we're going to use masala chai. This video is in partnership with Angry Nani, the Indian grandma who makes authentic chai, chutney, and wellness concentrates. So the first thing we're gonna do is make our chai concentrate. So I'm gonna take some whole milk. Don't use any of that almond or skim stuff. If your tummy hurts, just take a lactate later. And then we're gonna make an extremely strong cup of chai. So I'm using about 3 times the amount of tea leaves and chai masala that I normally would for this amount of milk. And this is so we can stretch this concentrate throughout our tiramisu recipe. I'm also gonna add a bunch of sugar to this so we don't have to add sugar in too many places later on. Then we'll let this all infuse slowly on a low heat until everything is well combined. Then we'll strain this out and separate it into another bowl. So we're gonna use this in 2 places. With the half that's left, I'm gonna dilute it with some milk to essentially make a milk tea, or doodh patti or doodh chai. Now we're gonna work on the creamy layer that's gonna go into our tiramisu. So we'll start with some heavy whipping cream. And we'll beat this up until it gets nice and frothy and reaches stiff peaks. Now we're gonna add a couple more additions to the whipped cream to kind of flavor things up. So for starters, to sweeten, we're gonna add a little bit of sweetened condensed milk. Then we're gonna add some sour cream. So this helps to thicken and add volume. We're gonna add another classic tiramisu flavoring, which is mascarpone cheese. And we're also gonna add the rest of our chai concentrate that we saved on the side. So this way our whipped cream will have that nice spicy masala flavor as well. Now we're gonna whisk all of these up until they're well combined and you have little ribbons of chai floating through. And to really drive that chai flavor home, we're gonna add a little bit more of that chai masala powder from Angry Nani. I'll give it one final mix to make sure everything is well combined. Now it's time for the biscuit layer. Traditionally in tiramisu, you use ladyfinger biscuits, but since this is a chai tiramisu, I figured we should use our favorite chai biscuit, Parle-G. You can easily swap this out with any of your favorite chai biscuits. Just make sure that they can withstand all the liquid that we're gonna add to them. So I have kind of the harder variety of Parle-G that comes, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a double layer in the bottom of our tray. This way they don't get too soggy. So normally in tiramisu, you would take your biscuit and dunk it into your coffee mixture before laying it down in the tray. Now since Parle-G are a little more temperamental and tend to get flaccid whenever you add them to any liquid, we're gonna do it a different way to try to keep them a little more erect because they'll taste better that way. So we lay down our Parle-G and now we're gonna take our doodh chai. I have it in a squirty bottle here and we're just gonna squirt it all over our biscuits. This way they can get wet evenly. Now we're gonna layer on our chai masala cream over the Parle-G biscuits. So just take a nice big dollop and spoon it right over your Parle-G. You wanna work pretty fast here because this is best while the cream is still nice and cold. Now we're gonna add the next layer of Parle-G biscuits again, a double layer, and then add the whipped cream on top, just like a dessert lasagna. So our second layer of Parle-G is on, and we're gonna give it a nice little soak to make them all wet too. And finally, on goes one last layer of the chai whipping cream. Once all your layers are in, pop it in the freezer, preferably overnight, until everything is nice and firm and you can take out some clean layers. And there you have it. There is your chai tiramisu.